Hi there. So, I've noticed this week especially that we need to do better as a people at learning how to respectfully disagree and how to communicate better. I mean, it's just the name call. I mean, when people start disagreeing and they start name calling, and I'm an admin in a flat Earth group, and I've had a lot of somebody posted a racially charged post, and you just get a lot of idiocy on it. Well, this is a flat Earth group, so that's not allowed in here. Well, every post is pre-approved by an admin. It was allowed in there. It doesn't say anywhere in the group rules that this is exclusively flat Earth. I mean, flat Earth opens the door to a lot of different topics, and I'm not saying that the Earth is necessarily flat, but the globe, yeah, no, not that. Anyways, but this post, I mean, it really showed a lot of people's character here. People, telling each other to go F yourself and die and stuff like that. I mean, the hatred and the anger and, and all that. I mean, there's a way to disagree. And then the fact that we allowed the post, also we were told that we were racist because we allowed the post. Well, we do post pre-approval and stuff like that, and it was this post on Kobe Bryant, and it had different things, and then there was another one, but the both of them, and so it's like. So I'm a racist because I'm not willing to limit someone's freedom of speech. No. I mean, it was what it was. I mean, there was no reason to behave in such a manner. It wasn't that inflammatory of a post. If you see a comment, though, that's racially charged or something like that, there's a better way. You could respond, why do you feel this way? I mean, can you give me an example? Or if they're accusing somebody of, well, people like you always act like that. I mean, can you give me an example of a time that happened? And then, obviously, at some point, when a thread goes down the toilet, you just need to unfollow it. I mean, you're not going to be able to reason with those kinds of people. But if your intent is to change one's mind, no matter what side of a battle you're on, name calling is not an effective way to do it. You do get, more flies with honey. But, if we would just listen to comprehend a message instead of while I'm talking, you're sitting there trying to figure out how you're going to rebut me. Just listen to what I have to say. Sit with it for a second. Then respond. There's no reason for a rushed response. I mean, I hate this, 24/7. Everybody's got to be available. And, you don't respond to somebody in 15 minutes and they're like, well, where are you? It's like, what on earth? I don't live online. And I don't have things set up to where they ding and interrupt me all the time, okay? I mean, I'm sorry, but I will respond to people. But, and then I found that a lot of people won't even do that. A lot of people don't have, the human decency to respond to somebody. I mean, I guess, if a man messages a woman, women always assume that they're trying to hit on him. And yes, a lot of times that is the case. But then other times they have a genuine question. They may have seen something on your timeline and they want more information. I've certainly gotten a lot of those. They might have a business and trying to be selling something or, whatever. I mean, it's not always, people's intentions aren't always horrible. But, you know, so I've met a lot. I mean, if I hadn't have responded politely to some of the people that I talked to online, I would have never met those people as friends. And some of them are really good friends. I mean, as far as an online friend can be. I mean, you know, I don't anticipate meeting a lot of these people, but you know, some of these people have been better friends than friends that I have in real life. So, I mean, I don't know. So, you also, you know, video is a whole lot better to respond with than written. There's a lot of different language barriers, especially on the internet. And people just, I mean, you know, it's hard to interpret tone. It's hard to interpret well, you can't really interpret someone's intention anyways, but you can get a better feel for what their energy about a situation is if, you know, you interact with them in person or video or what have you. These are better ways to communicate online, I think. These are tips that I came up with. I think removing emotion, you want to try to, especially, well, out of social media, you know, especially if you're sharing controversial or very sensitive information, you know, you've got to expect the fact that certain people aren't going to be able to handle that, and they're going to come back with nasty comments and different things like that. I typically just remove a nasty comment and don't even respond to it. There's no point in engaging that kind of negativity. You want to keep your written points short and to the point, and then if it's too long, you might want to break it up into multiple posts and responses. I found that people don't have a very long attention span for reading. And, you know, evidently I don't think people read maybe as much as they used to. I don't know. But videos are definitely better taken. You know, and then, you know, if you're going to attempt to discuss a sensitive topic with somebody, like a conspiratorial topic, I would feel them out first, you know, ask them what they feel about 9/11 or the moon landing or something like that. And if they think both those things were legit, then don't even waste your time. I mean, we just have to be smart about it here, people. Because you're just asking for a confrontation. I mean, we have to be smart about how we communicate with people. We need to convey our expectations, you know, if you expect something of somebody. I mean, like if you want your spouse to wash the dishes before you get home and you don't tell them no, and then the dishes aren't washed when you get home and you just start screaming, well, that's not good. You need to tell them before you leave, I really hope you have these dishes done when I get back, because, you know, we're going to have dinner and they're going to pile up more or something, you know, polite about it. Don't say, that wash the effing dishes. But, and then that way, if you come in raging about it, or if you get mad when they haven't done it, not raging, raging isn't good to get to. But if you get aggravated with the fact that they didn't do them later, you know, well, at least you warned them. I mean, you know, you have to tell somebody that you have an expectation. And then a lot of our expectations, you know, it's really not good to have. It's better to just, like, go with life. And that's part of, like, you know, the most powerful moment we have is the present. You know, the past is gone. The future may not come. And what we have is now. And we can change what we're doing from now. We can't change what we did yesterday. We can't change, you know, all those things. But we can do it now. Like, you know, I'm sure that people probably remember me very much different than what I am now. I feel that I was a lot more negative and probably full of anger and things like that when I was growing up. And, you know, and if I've had a bad interaction with you, I'm really sorry. And, you know, I mean, seriously, if you've got a bad memory of me, I mean, let me know. Maybe a private message. But, you know, seriously, I mean, I don't want, like, bad blood, because I don't really have bad memories of too many people. I mean, there's, like, just a couple of people that I really don't like, and they know that I don't like them. So, you know, it's, somebody told me about myself in 2014. It was a stranger. It was somebody that I didn't know, and we were in a therapy group, And it was interesting to hear her point of view, what she saw. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And so I've worked really hard to, you know, try to see the good in things and try to not come back with a nasty remark. I mean, you know, and I still catch myself. And, but you know, I find people looking for like hidden messages between people's words and stuff like that. I mean, I don't have hidden messages. I don't, you know, if I say something, I mean, that's, you know, it is what it is. And then, you know, it's important to listen to the message. You know, there's some truth in everything. And then you just, after you've heard it, you know, you sit with it for a little bit, and you might, the things that resonate, the things that stick with you, the things that, you know, you're like, that make you think, that's what you want to pursue. The rest of it, don't worry about it. You know, the opinionated parts, if you disagree with that opinion, cool. You know, we all have different opinions. The point is, we've all been lied to, and we need to try to get to the bottom of what is actually going on. And, well, I mean, I think a lot of us have gotten to the bottom of what is actually going on. We need to get everybody on the same page here. And we need to recognize our power and our sovereignty. And we need to protect what civil liberties we still have. And we need to do better as a people. We need to communicate better as a people. You know, most people are righteous and good. And it's terrible to see how these manipulative agendas make people behave. You know, we really want to focus on who is doing this to the people. Your enemy's not your neighbor. Have a good day.